Oh, there you go.
Yo, yo, what's going on?
What's going on, man? You gotta adjust that camera a little bit. I think you're horizontal.
How I need to do it. Tell me how I need to do it. It's my
Right
first time.
there. There you go. There you go.
Hold
Man,
on.
you got that pig skin over there?
Oh, yeah.
Right. And you got the turf over there too?
And I got to take a little sneak peek real quick.
Man, don't tell me you out there running routes on the balcony,
I
man.
got to get the ladders in. I got to keep the feet ready. Got to keep the feet ready.
Oh man, I feel you, man. I feel you. You know my feet faster than yours, quicker than yours.
Oh,
Um,
that's been
so
proven, but we can still check it out.
it's been proven. Yeah,
We
my
can still,
feet fast.
we
You
can
know
do a
I,
test whenever.
you know I keep the cleats in the trunk, man.
Same.
Nah, for real, man. We really be strapped, man, with everything. The cleats, the
All that.
football, the frisbee, everything. We TTG, man. Trained to go, ready to go.
You know that. Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. Pull up
Anybody
on me.
can get it.
Pull up on me. We got a few more people coming in, man. Hey, for those who are coming in, for those who have dropped in, please go ahead and hit that airplane down at the bottom. Share this to your friends. Let's go ahead and get them in here, and so they can enjoy this Friday's If Factor call. So yeah, we gonna give it about another minute or a few seconds, and we're gonna get this thing started, man.
So I see my cousin over there. I see you. What's up, DJ? Showing love.
Man, you got some tricks with that football, man. You know how to spin it on your finger and all that. You ain't get there yet.
Yeah, I got Hannibal. Boom.
He's like,
Toss it up like that. I can do all kinds of stuff, man. I'm trying to show
nah,
out.
I feel it, man. I feel it, bro. I feel it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, man. We do have a crowd in here again. For those who are in this live right now, go ahead and hit that airplane. Send us out to your friends and family. Let's get a crowd in here, man, so they can enjoy this call with our special guest here. So our special guest, I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself. A good friend of mine.
Well, I'm Seantavius Jones, for everybody who don't know. Go by Stretch. I attended Valdosta State University with my guy Rodney right here. Went to Tucker High School, DeKalb County product. So we can keep going. So let's start.
Okay. DeKalb County product. You went to, and I'm gonna go ahead and tag you right here too. I'm gonna tag you real popping up. Text message. Text message box ain't coming up for my comment. It's all good. I'll catch up and tune the audience in. But so y'all, again, we got Seantavius Stretch Jones here on the If Factor Friday call, tuning in with us tonight. This If Factor call, y'all, is a call about pro athletes. Pro athletes, man, that have lived out their dreams of making it to the NFL. Hello, everybody who's joining in. Hello, keep coming on there. Keep coming on there. Keep
Yeah.
coming on there. But yes, again, this If Factor Friday call is about our pro athletes, those who have dreamed of playing in the big leagues and who have reached that level of success that they've lived and dreamed of growing up since they were a kid. And we share that common goal. That's a dream I had of mine growing up. Also, for my audience, I do want to tell y'all, last week we did not have a winner for the call, but that's all right. We're gonna double up on this week's gift. Seantavius, you are not included in this game here. So for
Oh,
those,
man.
who stick around with the call and hit me up in my DMs after with this special code here, this code here will unlock the gift that you will receive. So stick around toward the end of the call and hit me up in my DMs with those 3 special characters, and we'll go ahead and get you a gift on your way. Also, if you do have any questions, hit the question box at the bottom. Go ahead and drop your questions in there, and we will get to those throughout the call as well. So Seantavius Stretch Jones, my boy, man, we played together at Valdosta, man. Tucker product, man. Tell me where it all started for you, man. Did you start in high school, Little League? Do y'all have Pop 1 or Little League football around here in Georgia? Or is it middle school
Oh, yeah.
football?
Oh no, we got part one. We call it park ball though. We have
Y'all
weights.
call it
We have
park ball.
yeah weights, and we have age. You know what I'm saying? So it differs. You can play the weight. You can go the weight route, or you can go the age route.
What?
And you don't get it. So the weight route. So you have like a 140 pound. It's age
Yeah.
and weight. So say you got 140,
Right.
135, and stuff like
That's
that. You
similar
can't
to the
go
part
no.
one.
Yeah, nobody can be over 140.
Okay.
Not one person can be over 140.
But y'all got two different leagues they can choose to play in.
Yeah, but you have another league where you can be at. You know what I'm saying? You can be 13, but you can be heavy like 185. But you know what I'm saying?
That's a pretty
Yeah,
competitive league as well.
yeah.
Okay, okay,
It's the
okay.
same. It's like say like North DeKalb was weight and like Wade Walker Central DeKalb, Tucker Park was like age.
I got you. I got you. So when you started playing ball, man, what age, man? What happened?
Probably like sixth grade, maybe like around sixth grade, around like 11, around
Sixth
11. I
grade,
just
around 11.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's fairly late for most people because most people start like 6, 7, you know, something
Right.
like that. But I was just always playing throw 'em up, bust 'em up, or something like that, or playing in
Right.
the neighborhood. So
Look
my
at the
pop just
names, man. Throw them up, bust them up. We
yeah,
call
throw 'em
that
up, bust 'em.
throwback tackle
Yeah,
back
you know,
home.
everybody different. But yeah, throw 'em up, bust 'em up, or some sideline blitz, sideline pop.
Right, right.
Uh,
Yeah, y'all got some weird names out here, man. So was football your first love, or did you play other sports before that?
I wouldn't say it was just football. It was just sports. Athletics was my first love. You know what I'm saying? I always was football, basketball, track, anything to do with competition. I loved it.
Was it your athleticism that helped you fall in love with it, or was it the competitiveness? Was it the competition, or both?
It might be a little bit of both. The competition, I just love the competition, and it might be the athleticism factor because I felt like I had a decent amount of it that I could show out. So
You had an
like
advantage.
I kind of had an advantage in some aspects. Yeah.
I feel you, man. So you started playing park ball, throw 'em up, bust 'em up in the sixth grade.
Hey, what y'all called it?
We call it throwback tackle. Throwback tackle. We got two
Throwback
hands.
tackle.
Throwback tackle.
Okay.
You throw that ball back there, you run it down, and you bust them up, like you said.
Yes, sir.
Uh, but let me see. Throw them up, bust them up. Yeah, we got some people that's familiar with the throw them up, bust
Yeah,
them
we
up.
see that. That's what it is.
So man, you played park ball, and it took off from there. You
Yeah,
know
it took
when
off
you
from there. It really just took off from there. It was
and that,
always go ahead, go ahead.
did you have that thought of going to the league at that time?
Nah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just was having
No.
fun with it. Nope. I just honestly was having fun with it. I didn't honestly think about really being in the league until I was in college. Maybe like my senior year in high school.
Okay, we gonna get there, man. We're gonna
Yeah.
get there. So you played then. Let's talk about high school. Did you only attend one high school, Tucker High School? You did any
Sir.
transfers? Did you transfer because you weren't getting no looks at that school, or because you weren't playing at that first school, or what was it?
Well, I just had like things going on in my family, like family things going on. So freshman year, I went to Stone Mountain. Stone Mountain really wasn't the school to get recruited from. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the school known for athletics. It wasn't the school for that. So I transferred to Stevenson, and Stevenson was a good school. Actually, my senior year in 2010, Stevenson signed like 28 kids to college. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
that's pretty good. But I had to transfer from Stevenson my sophomore year because my grandma had passed, unfortunately, and we couldn't remain staying in the house. So we moved to an apartment in Tucker, and that's
okay.
where I just started from Tucker. Yeah.
And you went out there to Tucker, man. Were you that guy? Moving to a new city, new area, new town, coming out there playing football.
I honestly wanted to be that guy. I moved to Tucker, and I wanted to play quarterback. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, do everything. But Tucker, I feel like Tucker has like a tier thing to it. So most guys that play at Tucker High School like played through the park and stuff like that. So you kind of got to work your way up if you knew, because
I
everybody kind
got
of throw each other.
you. You say you wanted to play quarterback, man. You play any other positions?
I played every position: quarterback, defensive line, fullback, running back, linebacker, DB, corner. I done played
Man,
everything.
you talking defensive
I
noise,
love
man.
it.
I ain't hearing that, man. You was on the defensive
Oh
side of the
no.
ball.
All my scholarships from high school came from defense. Yeah, it came from defense. I was starting cornerback.
Most
Yeah,
of your offers came from playing on defense.
came from defense because I went to Tucker High School, which was a wing T school. So we ran the ball. I led the team with 2 touchdowns my senior year.
You led the team with 2
with
touchdowns your senior year.
yeah, 2 receiving touchdowns.
Oh
We never
wow,
we never threw the ball.
wow.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, I can
everything
believe you,
everything
man.
was everything was pure defense, pure corner, pure safety, all that.
I feel you on that, man. So you played. I gotta go check out them highlights, man. I gotta go check out them highlights, man. You got
Oh,
some PT out there about also on defense,
I
but I
got
gotta
actually, yeah.
I
I got
gotta
some
check
highlights
out
for
the
you.
highlights.
I got some highlights for you. Straight, it's all cornerback. It's a couple catches, but most corner.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
cool, man. So you went to Tucker, man. You was playing there. You were playing defense, but you stuck to offense. You stuck to receiver.
yeah.
You know why did you stick with receiver? What made you do that? Did you feel like that was a better position for you going to college?
Well, recruitment talks with different colleges. Colleges just be talking, saying things that you want to hear, telling me they're gonna throw you the ball 70 times a season. You're gonna get the ball 20 times a game. You know what I'm saying? College just kind of persuaded me to go the receiver route, but my heart was with the DB route. But
Oh man,
good.
if I would have known that, man, I would have told you to come over there on the defensive side with me, man.
Oh no, it's all good. It all worked out. It all worked out.
It definitely did, man. Like I said, you lived out your dream, and you mastered that receiver level, man, and made it to the league. You know what I'm saying? You had a few years there in the league, and and things gonna still work out for you, man. So you playing receiver. Speaking of high school, playing receiver, man, did you have you say you had a few offers at defense, two receiving touchdowns, led the team two receiving touchdowns. But were you ranked, man? Were you ranked? Did you have any stars?
I
Like
was I was a 2-star athlete in football coming out of high school.
a two-star athlete.
2-star athlete. I was more so like of a 4-star athlete in track, but
So you
for
did track
football,
as well.
yeah, I won state in track. A
You
couple
won
of
state and track.
yes sir.
Okay, man.
And the
So you
4x4, me and my guys took over that.
okay. Hey, real talk, man. South Red Spartans, man. My
Come on.
hometown team, my hometown high school, man. We won state too, and we won state.
Oh, we
So that
also we have the state record for the 4x4 actually. So if you look it up, you'll see the name. It's right under there.
so he going to the record books now.
Yeah, I just had to pull it out real quick.
He going to the record books now, man. So speaking of records, man. What's let me ask the audience first off, because I posted it throughout the week on my social media. But for everybody in the chat, I want y'all to take a guess. The most amount of touchdowns Seantavius ever scored throughout his career. Um, I put up some different options, and y'all drop your answer down low. Seantavius scored 3 touchdowns in the game. He scored 5 touchdowns in the game, or did he score 6 touchdowns in the game? Which one do y'all think it was? Do 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 do. But man, for you to get off like that, man. Let's see it. 305, 5. Someone say 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
Okay, we got anybody else who think he caught 6
No,
touchdowns in the
5
game?
against West Georgia. Okay.
5 against West Georgia. We got
Oh, I
6.
think I say 6.
Man, I'm thinking 3, bro. Would you like that?
I don't know. Three might be a lot.
3? Somebody said 3. But hey, man, go ahead and let them know how many. What's the most amount of touchdowns you ever scored in a football game, man?
Well, the most I scored in the game was 6 against Delta State.
6 against Delta State.
Against Delta State in 2013.
Okay. Man, I was there on that team that year, man, and you were that guy at receiver, man. We had a lot of good receivers, man, but
Yes, sir.
to me, man, you just being my homie, bro. I really rock with you at that receiver. Cause I seen what you could do. I remember that West Georgia game. Roshmel said you scored 5 touchdowns that West Georgia game. Now I remember telling Caleb halftime, man, hey, throw this guy the ball. You throw this guy the ball, we gonna win. Our starting quarterback got hurt. Caleb came in there, man. He threw you 5 touchdowns.
I
You know what
do
I'm saying?
It was 3 touchdowns actually. I'm not going to even take that.
Oh, it
It
was
was
3. Man, I thought it was 5 touchdowns.
it
But
was
hey,
it was 3 touchdowns because we was down 17-0 at halftime. And then Nobles came in second half, and then we just took off. My guy Roshmel actually scored a touchdown too. I remember that. He was a
in that
part of
West Georgia game.
Yes, he was a big.
Okay. Let me see, man. Hey, we got some more people coming in right now. I'm gonna go ahead and help everybody out. Oh my gosh,
Yo.
man, my comments can't come up. What was that final score of that West Georgia game, man?
The West Georgia game.
Yeah,
I think it was like 17-24 or something like that,
24,
or
something
maybe
close.
something like that. It was close. We won by a touchdown. Oh, the game had 6 touchdowns, son. Somebody know something. The final score was like 63-55.
What
It was
game was that?
63-55, and we actually lost that game.
But hey, you got
Yeah,
off. You know what I'm saying? Stat game for you. Stat
yeah,
game
man.
for you.
It's about winning, so I was
It,
pleased.
it is about
It's,
winning.
it's a team thing. Football is all about team.
Yep, yep.
That's the great thing about it.
I feel it, man. Hey, so you had a great senior year of football. You got the opportunity to go to Valdosta State. You had a scholarship to go there amongst other scholarships, man. How did that play out for you going to Valdosta State? You know, what other options did you have? You know, what made you choose Valdosta State over other schools?
Well, I actually coming out of high school, I actually didn't qualify for the D1 level. I actually had a couple D1 offers, but I didn't qualify due to grades and like SAT, ACT. You know, you got to bring
Scores.
it together. And I didn't really know how important it was until it was too late. So I had to take the Valdosta route. My dad told me if you're good enough, the league gonna find you no matter where you went. So I took the Valdosta State route, and I just had to do my thing like that. I just focused from there.
Okay, so you came to Valdosta State. Was you that guy coming in? You left Tucker not being that guy. Did you transition to Valdosta being that guy? You came in playing your true freshman year. You had number one when I met you.
No, I came down there with they gave me number 29 because, like I said, I was a DB. So when I
Okay,
came down there, I was number 29, and we got to camp and things like that. And I just was going off in one-on-ones. I was going off. So the one of the DB coaches ended up giving me the name the Freak. You know what I'm saying? My
yeah.
freshman year. So I just kept it from there, and I didn't get redshirted. So I played. I just kept on doing exciting things.
So you got the name the Freak from playing defense, man. Where does nickname Stretch came from?
No, I actually got the Freak from playing offense.
Oh, from playing
Yeah,
offense.
but stretch came from my senior year in high school when I was at safety. We was at a camp, and I had caught like 4 interceptions. They threw it to the left sideline. I went and picked it up. Threw it to the right sideline. Went and picked it up. They did it again. I did it on both sides. So I had 4 picks, and then the coach just started calling me stretch. At first, I didn't
Stretch.
like it. I was like, "Don't call me that." I was like, "Don't call me that," because I ain't really big on names like that. So I was like, "Don't call me that." But then it just stuck with me.
Man, hey, you might well go ahead and trademark that name Stretch,
Oh, yeah,
man.
it's
For
there
real,
now.
man. It's
Yeah.
there. It's sticking with you, man. Hey, and what Stretch Mark at, man? What what baby
Oh,
Stretch
it's
Mark?
bedtime. He on the schedule. He go to sleep 7:45, 8. You
I
sleep.
got you. I got you, man. Oh, hold on. You say the Freak versus Stretch. The
The
Freak
Freak versus
versus
Stretch.
Stretch. Who was the better? Who was the better player?
Freak was getting off, but Stretch has more stats. I just have to give it a Stretch.
I got you,
I have to
man.
give it a Stretch because it's Stretch right here. But the Freak was freaky.
So you went to Valdosta, man, and you started playing. You started playing. You had 29 uh, at receiver. You
That
know,
receiver.
you played your sophomore year, did you?
Yes, sir. All right, that's
Yep.
when I got number one. The beginning of my
That's when
summer.
you transitioned to number one. You say, hey, I got this 29. I got to switch it up.
Yeah, I guess I did fairly decent for my freshman year. It wasn't no like craziness. I probably had like 10 catches for like 195 and 2 touchdowns or something like that. So it was decent for a freshman, but it wasn't nothing crazy.
Your
But yeah,
second year there.
I went to the head coach office the beginning of the second year. I was like, Coach, I honestly got to get up this 29. What's available? He was like, whatever you want. Honestly, I was like, let me get that one. And
Let
it
me get
was,
that one.
yeah, I needed that one.
Hey, I feel you on that, man. You had to
Yeah,
get that one and rock that one. Man, to be honest, I had a new number. I had a new number pretty much every year of sports I played in, man, besides my senior year of high school and my senior year of college football. Like, but that's weird.
yeah,
That's
that's
weird.
good.
And I don't think that's ever heard of. But so you had number one, man. Your junior year, y'all went to the championship. How was that season, man? I
Yeah,
know that was a crazy season.
man, junior year was kind of like one of the best experiences ever, like for real, because it was crazy. It was like it was more than just a football team. We was brothers. The whole team was it
Hmm.
was a brotherhood down there. Like we started from summer workouts. We had 100% attendance in summer workouts. That's how you knew everybody was dedicated. That's crazy. Like that's kind of unheard of. We had 100% attendance in summer workouts, and then from there we went into the season pretty confident. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. We went into it confident, probably pretty big headed. We started off 2-2. You know what I'm saying? So that was not the look that we wanted at first. So we just had to come together as brothers and as a team, and we won 10 in a row, all the way to the championship, and it was crazy. It was an
Man,
unbelievable experience.
man, what was that like on campus, man? Like winning games and then Saturday the game, Sunday, Monday, that week coming up, man. You on campus, you just won a game. y'all, it's pretty destined that y'all going to the championship, man, because y'all was on the road. Was there any pressure, man? Did you feel like there were any challenges, man, any difficulties, man, trying to balance that? Winning games and being these elite players at the college level and then having to do schoolwork, walk around campus.
See, the most pressure came from like statements like that. How you said it was guaranteed that we was gonna win.
Yeah.
We knew it wasn't guaranteed because we was out there actually playing. You know what I'm saying? We was a good team, but we knew how hard it was every game. It was a battle. It was a true battle. You feel me? So that was hard itself. And then on top of all the schoolwork that you have to maintain and things like that, it was tough.
Man, how
But
focused were you on schoolwork, man? Was it because I had an experience, playing and doing the school, but how was that experience for you, man? Were you focused on schoolwork? It was like, man, we playing ball, we winning.
I honestly wish I could have balanced it a little better and been
Yeah.
like 50-50, but I was more 70-30 to my athletics
Okay.
and then 30 to my, I honestly was like that.
Right.
Football season, I was strictly football, but during the spring, I might mess around and get a 4.0. You never know.
Right. But during the season, man, it was tough to balance that.
But during the season in college, you really have to. It's real tough to balance that, honestly. But once you get to that level and see it, you can do it. Like now I'm older and I can balance better, and I can see that I could have done it. You know what I'm saying? So people that's about to step into that light, you can do it. You can really focus on both. You can do it. I just was more so focused on football.
Man, I agree with you on that, man. I definitely think you can do it, man. Looking back, man, we had a lot of resources there in college for us, man. Stuff that we looked at and was like, man, that ain't cool, man. I'm not finna have no tutor. Like, what I look like, But stuff like that, man, we gotta look past that, man, and look at what we're gaining out of that, out of the support and the coaching and the teaching and stuff like that, man. Because that right there is gonna take us further in life.
Yes, sir.
That right there is gonna take us further in life, Stretch. Hey, so y'all had that championship season, okay, and then this is where I made the decision to come and join Valdosta, man, because that championship season, I'm like, man, let's go and make this two-peat, because I had never heard of Valdosta State before getting there. Like within like a month, I heard of Valdosta State. But anyways, so that senior year coming about, and how was that? Were y'all sold on? Yeah, we finna run it back. What was going on? What went on after that senior season?
See, after that senior season, that's when things got hectic. We had
After
scouts.
the junior season. I'm sorry.
That's what I meant. After the junior season, that's when things got hectic. We had a lot of scouts coming in because we was highly recruited. Like we had like 28 teams at our pro day for those guys. So that was crazy. And like we was having different conversations during the pro days with different scouts. So we really got to see that things was getting real. You know what I'm saying? And we really getting the publicity that we deserved. And it was really out there. So it was a lot of pressure from there. And like I remember talking to somebody. I talked to Matt Pierce. He was a cornerback at the time, and I talked to him. He was going through it, and he was like, because I asked him like, what do I got to do to get their attention? He was like, you know what? Just don't worry about the NFL. Just do you have your best season you can, and then worry about the NFL.
So that brought a lot of distractions.
Yeah, it pulled out all the distractions. I just stopped thinking about the NFL for my senior year, and then I just started playing. And I know if I did good, they'll see it.
We got a question here from a big bro here, man, Cosin. I want you to retype your question in there, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What was the key to your turnaround from 2 to 2? I'm not sure what you mean by the 2 to 2 part.
I got you.
Yeah.
From 2 and 2 when we was 2 and 2 at the beginning of my junior season.
Okay.
We just had to humble ourselves, honestly, because like I told you, we came into the thing like pretty big headed because we was all in summer. We had 100% attendance, so we was ready. Like our first game, we went to Saginaw and lost like 10-7 or something like that. We lost something like that. Then the next game after that, came back and won, so we was 1-1. And then whatever happened, but we ended up 2 and 2,
and the rest was history.
We just had a big meeting. Honestly, it was just a player meeting, no coaches. It was just a player meeting, no coaches, and we just talked about it. We know what we want. We had the same ultimate goal, so we just sat down and we made a decision to go get it.
I got everybody,
you, man. Everybody just was in. It takes everybody.
And that's a brotherhood right there, man. When y'all could come together and huddle up and talk about, what y'all goal is, because y'all all chasing the same goal, man. You making it to that, getting that chip. You know what I'm saying? So that was great to see that right there, man. That camaraderie being built. Hey, I want to get the audience involved really quick. hey, I had asked a question earlier on my social media uh, as well, and can y'all drop y'all answer down below? What do y'all think Seantavius' favorite movie was? You know, it's kind of ain't getting off topic too much, but what y'all think his favorite movie was? Do y'all think it was uh, Any Given Sunday? We got Forrest Gump, and then we got the Titanic. Okay, so we got the Titanic, Forrest Gump, and Any Given Sunday. Three pretty good movies. So y'all go ahead and drop y'all answer down below, and we just gonna share a fun fact about Seantavius, his favorite movie. Let's see here. But also, man, so we got some answers coming in. Very so
Titanic for sure.
said Titanic for sure, man. But hey, with all that success, man, your junior year, leading into your senior year, man, when did you realize you had a chance, or is that when you realized you had a chance to make it to the league? You know, you say I had 28 scouts there. You know, were you
It was
still?
it was my junior year, because my junior year we played Delta State, and I honestly just went crazy. We honestly, a little secret of mine, every time my family showed up and I had good numbers with my family in attendance, I went crazy. So it was a homecoming game my junior year, and all my people came, and like I really had 6 touchdowns that game, but they called 2 back.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
I ended up with 4, and after that, I knew it was a wrap after that.
I
I
got
could
you,
feel it,
man.
and it was a scout in the stands at that time, so I just kind of knew from
So
there. I was like,
you had to show out.
yeah, got to keep on going.
I got you, man. So that senior year, you how was that senior year compared to your junior year? You had the same amount of success, man. Did you break that 1,000 yard like you did you got close to doing your junior year? And
I
also,
actually,
y'all,
my fault.
hey, that trivia question, y'all. Some of y'all said Forrest Gump. Some of y'all said Any Given Sunday. We got a few Titanics in there, man. Go ahead and share with them your favorite movie.
My favorite movie was Forrest Gump. It's
Your,
Forrest Gump.
why is that your favorite movie, man?
It's been the most relevant movie in my life for the longest. Like
I got you. I
I used to
got you.
love it when I was a kid. I still like it now. I mean, so yes, the favorite.
Run Forrest Run, man. I respect that, man. I
And they
respect
used to
that.
have a song. I don't know how many people y'all know that, but Run Forrest had a whole song, and it was my song. I love it.
Hey, if it's on Apple Music, I go check it out.
It was on a little tape. It was on the tape. So
Okay, on the cassette tape,
yeah, on the cassette.
the throwback. Uh, but so where were we, man? Just lost my train of thought. Oh, that senior year. That senior year. How was that compared to your junior year?
Okay, so senior year compared to my junior year. First off, we lost a ton of O linemen. Like we lost 2 O linemen to the NFL. One of them got drafted and one of them got free agent, and they had pretty decent careers. And then we lost. No, actually, we lost 5 O linemen that year. So my senior year, we had a whole new O line. So
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty tough from there. You know what I'm saying? It was just tough. We tried our hardest, but it was tough to try to rebuild. I think the next year after that, they did pretty solid.
And
You know?
you made the best of it, man, because you ended up with the accolade of becoming an All American, right?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? That's a big accomplishment right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You competing at the D2 level, coming off of a championship year, but then to turn around and have an All American season.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. It was just hard work and dedication. You just had to keep going. And I knew my team was kind of dependent on me that year,
Yeah.
and along amongst with other players and guys. But I knew I was a big factor of that team, and I just wanted to do the best I could.
So that senior year season in, right? I'm pretty sure those agents started blowing you up. You know, how do those agents play a role into preparing you to transition to the league?
See,
You know,
the agent,
did you go and jump on the first agent that came your way? Did you have a relationship with your agent prior to that? You know, what was that like?
I had a couple agents come my way. Actually, it was a lot of them actually rolling in. But I actually went the route with my parents because I was focused on football and I let them handle that. So I trusted them on that aspect of it, and they found a nice agent for me, and I met with them, and I felt comfortable with them, and that's who I chose. And I think an agent is very important after that because it's connections. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have connections to the NFL side of things, not
Mm-hmm.
coming straight out of college. So you need somebody that actually has actual connections and relationship with those guys that can put you in the right position, put you where you
So
need to be at.
although those guys have a little more leverage than you as an athlete because you know they had those relationships with those NFL organizations. Um, do you think that athletes should be educated on the process of going? It's like a recruitment process. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they should be educated on what it takes or what you should look for in an agent?
I
Because
think they
they,
should be educated on it, but I don't think it's something that you should think on too much as like during your career. But maybe so now, more so now, since you can like market yourself in college and things like that. I think it may be very important now to
Mhm.
have an agent, maybe right out of high school, so you can get some good endorsements going in as soon as you get in them doors, because you can do that.
Yeah, man, rules have changed, man. A lot of guys get paid now. You know, I wish I can go back and get a year or two of eligibility, man,
But
so I can run it up.
it's a whole
But
group of
nah, man, that makes sense. That makes sense. Definitely, like you just said, right now, it probably makes sense to have an agent coming out of high school because you're able to market yourself. I got another question from a big brother, Colson, man. Would you say the D2 level is as competitive as the D1 level? Uh, Not sure if you played any D1 schools. I could speak about that for a quick second. Because I played at Old Dominion coming out of high school, which was a D1 AA school, and then I transferred and finished my career at Valdosta State. Um, I would say it's just as competitive. You got D1, you got SEC, and all those big powerhouse schools, but then you got the D1 AA where it's a lot of power teams in there as well. So I do think it's pretty competitive. Uh, okay, we have a question from Zay. You know what year?
Let me answer that question too.
Go ahead, go ahead. My fault. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I think that was a good question because we had a lot of debates today in NFL locker rooms and things like that. But I think
Okay.
the competitive level it's a little difference, like position wise, like more so O line, D line. You know, in D1 level, you're gonna have like your whole O line might be over 285, but D2, you know what I'm saying, you might have 285 and above or something like that.
Hmm.
And I think the only difference is campus life and things that comes along with football. You know what I'm saying? So things that you get in D1, you will not get that in D2. You know
No,
what I'm
you
saying?
don't get that in D2.
It'd just be fun. Like the first time I ever heard of the word per diem was when I went to an All-Star game after college. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? 'Cause I went to an All-Star game and they gave us per diem. It was like a envelope of like $75, like just get some food or something. I'm like, dang, what is this? And the
Right.
guys at the D1 level, they was tripping. They're like, oh, they only giving us $75. But I'm like, I'm getting some money. Let me get your envelope then.
Right, right, right.
So, I mean, it's a big difference. If you can go D1 in high school and you can really do that, I really say take that route because it is advantages that come with that.
I got
But
you, man.
the skill level, I think it's still the same skill level because it's people that's in the D2 level that just didn't qualify. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't know how important work was.
So, so,
Yeah.
so, um, you say once you got off in that game when your family was there, you pretty much knew that you had a great chance of making it to the league. So that time come around, you end your senior season of football. You know, you get in contact with agents and stuff like that. Then approaching pro day, you know, you show up pro day, and then you have the draft coming up. How was that feeling, man, for you?
Well,
Did you have
I was projected to go. I was projected to get drafted 5th round, but that was before like all the juniors and things came out. And my senior year, it was like the highest for receivers other than this year.
Yep.
It was 14, so it was like Odell, Kelvin Benjamin, Mike Evans. You know what I'm saying? It was stacked, loaded with D1
Hmm.
athletes. Not necessarily saying they all was better than me or over me. They was just in a better position because they was at a D1 school, as I was saying earlier.
Right.
And they was juniors, so they got first priority to like the combine. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
got you.
I only had the All-Star game, and they had combine and things like that.
Man, I remember that All-Star game, man, that East-West Shrine game. Me and my boy Zay, it was me, Zay, and I think it was Jasmine came out there, man. We went
Yeah,
out there to Tampa and checked you out for the All-Star game, man. That was an
yeah,
experience, man.
yes, sir.
So after that game, I still got that East-West Shrine hat too, you know.
All That's
But
good.
man, you went ahead and got the opportunity, man, to get picked up. So you didn't get drafted, but you went undrafted and you got signed with the New Orleans Saints in 2014. And I'm gonna start right there and I'm gonna get the audience back engaged in it, right? And so y'all could either answer this question y'all can answer this question, or y'all could even tell me who y'all would rather, do this from. But if you had the opportunity to catch a Super Bowl touchdown from these three quarterbacks, who would it be? You got Pat Mahomes, you got Drew Brees, and you got Tom Brady. Who you need that? Who you who you need that Super Bowl touchdown from?
You asked me or them?
I'm asking the crowd. Who
Uh,
y'all? Who would y'all rather get that Super Bowl touchdown from? But then also you stretch. Who would you rather have that Super Bowl touchdown catch from?
it's some goats in that conversation, but
It is.
I would honestly like mine to come from Drew Brees, just because that's where it all started for me. So that'd be cool for me to go back and catch a Super Bowl touchdown from Drew Brees, because that was the first quarterback I played with in the league.
Okay, we got some guys, Drew. We got someone said it don't matter to him. He ain't got no hands on thing. You got Tom Brady. Respect to Tom Brady, and you got Pat Mahomes. Man, you also played with Patrick Mahomes too.
And so I done played with some great quarterbacks. I done played with a good roster of quarterbacks. I done played with in New Orleans. I played with Drew Brees. In Kansas City, I played with Pat Mahomes, Alex Smith, and Nick Foles. All of them was pretty good. In Indy, I played with Andrew Luck and Jacoby Brissett. So I done been blessed with some talented arms.
Yeah, yeah. You have, man. So man, at some point in time, man, throughout your time in the league, man, something happened. Something happened tragic to you, man. And I want to ask you, man, what did that do to you, man, at that point in time, man? Would you want to speak on that situation there, man? The passing of your brother.
Well, in 2015, it all hit hard in like 2015. Yeah, 2015 because 2015 going into 16, it was pretty bad because 2015 I lost my brother, and that was just tough. I didn't know where the world was going at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? When I
In
got that phone call,
regards, to just like family, or even like
just
football life as
myself,
well,
and
yourself.
just myself. It was just stressful, but I was still, you know what I'm saying? I was still on a roster at the time when my brother passed, so things was not terrible. So, you know what I'm saying? It continued. Then at the end of the season, I ended up getting released from New Orleans. So things just seemed like it was just steady going downhill after that, because after I lost my brother, I just really kind of blacked out, really.
Hmm.
That's what it seemed like. I seemed like I blacked out a little bit, but it was pretty
Did
tough.
you seem like you blacked out, man? Did you kind of like, you probably definitely had some built up frustration. You know what I'm saying? But did you kind of use that as motivation, man, to kind of really go out there and grind and get it?
Well,
Um,
at first it was a battle, because it was like, honestly, it was defeating me. I feel like it defeated me for like a solid period of time until because I actually signed. After that, I got released from New Orleans. I signed to Philly, and it was like it was just felt like bad karma was following me for some reason.
mm,
So I signed to Philly. Then I came home for a wedding, and then I went out one night, and somebody had this altercation happen. Somebody had did some altercation happen. I ended up getting injured, getting released from Philly. So bad things just kept on happening. So then I see that why agent is great. My agent had opportunities for me after I ended up getting my surgery and being in Philly for 3 months by myself. It was tough. It was real tough. I don't really talk about this too much, so I really can't even get it out. This is really my first time really talking about it to somebody,
I
so I really
got you,
can't get it
man.
out. But it was really hard for me, honestly. But after that, once I got to Kansas City, after losing my brother, and I got to Kansas City, it brought like some growth out of me, because I had another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because I was
Exactly.
like all the way at the bottom. I was at the bottom, and like after I got that second opportunity with Kansas City, it was like it was a whole new life. I was a whole different person. Honestly, I was ready at that time. All I
I
needed was
feel
the
you.
opportunity. That's all I needed was the opportunity from them.
I got you, man. And the opportunity was presented to you, man. You went out there to KC. I brought my son out there, man, to your preseason game, man. Was able to enjoy that atmosphere, man. That Arrowhead Stadium, man, was lit. That Arrowhead Stadium, man, was so lit. My boy Colson got another question. Do you base the team you play for by the scheme they run, or whoever make an offer?
When in the NFL, if you have multiple offers, then you can choose based off the scheme. But if you just have one offer, you got to take that. You know what I'm saying? No
You're
matter
gonna
what it
take
is.
that, right?
You know, no matter what it is. But if you have multiple, then you can make that decision.
So, man, you just mentioned that you got the opportunity to go to KC after being released from Philly. Let me ask you something just a little tad bit deeper, man. What would you say is your greatest failure? You know, going through a lot of these obstacles that you've been through. You know, what would you say is your greatest failure?
My greatest failure would probably be my sophomore season in the NFL after my rookie year. It was my sophomore year. I probably wasn't mature enough. Honestly, I'm just being real. I probably just wasn't mature enough to have that much freedom, that much money, that much, you know what I'm saying? All that coming fresh out of college.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I grinded as hard as I should have before that season. Honestly, personally, I don't think I grinded as hard as I should have before that season. And I didn't make the 53, but I got signed to the practice squad again. And I honestly think that was my greatest failure. Like, it was a great accomplishment to make that practice squad again. But
Right.
not to make that 53-man roster that year I feel like that was my greatest failure.
I got you, man. And I'm pretty sure you definitely learned a lot from that lesson there, man. Probably took that full head of steam, man, to everything else that you did in your life from that point on. Let's see here. Hey, man. Hey, I apologize to my audience, man, because I had that game for y'all. I was hyped about the game for y'all, man. But to be honest, I can't even type into my comments right now. So I'm sorry, y'all. But I just asked you, what is your greatest failure? But let me switch it up a little bit and come back on the more positive side of things, man. What motivated you the most while being a professional athlete?
Just being at the top, being in a light that is rare for people.
Hey, you got some on fire behind you? You got some smoking behind you?
Hey, that's some essential candles, just getting the vibes right, man.
Oh, okay. Okay. But I see.
We just zenning over here. That's it.
I see.
Now, what's that question again? Ask me that.
What motivated you the most about being a professional athlete?
Oh yeah, just being in a light that most people can't reach. Like, that's an impossible, not impossible, but it seems like it's impossible to reach. And just to get there, I know that brung a lot of, what's the word? It brung a lot of, it just made a lot of people believe, and that made me feel good. That I had a lot of people that can say I can do that just because he did it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that don't know nobody that's at the top, and they can be like, now I know him, and I know I can get there because he did it, and I can do it just like that. You know.
So there were a lot of people that looked up to you, man. There are a lot of younger kids that looked up to you, probably from back home, Tucker, and just other areas where you played ball, like just being involved in the community, man. First off, how supportive was your community growing up? But then also, like, what did you do, or like, what were some of the things you did to give back to the community, man? I go ahead and speak on that.
Well, community growing up, the DeKalb County was all competition through athletics and throughout the school. I feel like for DeKalb County, the school was your way out. You know what I'm saying? Either it was football. If you wasn't the best athlete, you could be the best student. If you weren't the best student, you could be the best, you know what I'm saying, some kind of person that you can do something. You can
best
come out
dope dealer. Best dope dealer on the block.
You can come out through your connections that you built through high school. Not no dope dealer, man.
Go ahead. You were still speaking on that? We got a question here from Avery. Who's better, Malcolm Butler or Janoris Jenkins?
Janoris Jenkins is better. Malcolm Butler is a good athlete, good corner. But Janoris is the best corner I played in college.
What's an advantage you feel like you had over other players? You said earlier your athleticism, man, but was it something more meticulous, man? Was it
speed? I was fast, bro.
You was fast.
It was speed. Yeah, I think it was speed. I had speed and athleticism. Speed and athleticism together, that's crazy.
That's dangerous.
That's a good combo.
Speed kills.
Yeah, but it was speed. I was pretty fast.
I got you, man. If y'all got any other questions, go ahead and drop them below. Yep, V stayed in the house, holding it down. We're on a back stretch of this call here. For those who are still tuning in, again, I'm just gonna go ahead and introduce Seantavius Jones here. speaking to us about his if factor today on this Friday. What happened? Was you
Somebody
scared?
asked me, was I scared of the championship game? No, I wasn't scared, but
Hey,
no.
were you scared in that championship game?
Yeah, were you scared? That's the
What
real question.
What was your fastest 40 time clock?
4:38. That was my fastest. It was training though, and then it was a 4:42 when I did a workout with New Orleans.
A 4.38 or 4.42? We got a question here. What's your most memorable catch?
I got a lot of those, but my first college catch was a touchdown against West Georgia. The quarterback might have just threw it up. It was like three guys around me. I just went up and caught it, over three guys, and that was pretty good. That was the start. That was the first catch of my college career, so that was pretty good. I like that.
We got another question, man. How much film impacted? Did you get that?
I'm gonna need you to say that one more time. No, say it one more time.
How much did watching film impact your game?
Watching film impacts your game drastically. Honestly, most people probably don't take serious advantage of it while you like younger, high school, and like beginning of college. But in the NFL, that's all you do is watch film because little tendencies is like a huge advantage. Like if somebody stand like this way when they about to run a deep ball and you a corner, you already know you got an advantage. You know what I'm saying? If a corner gets like, you know what I'm saying, start moving his arms or something like that, you know he about to quick jam because you've seen it on film, so you can be ready for that. So it's a huge advantage. Film is a huge advantage because film don't lie. So whatever you do on film, you're gonna do it again.
Now, which one of those? Which was your favorite team to play for?
New Orleans Saints was my favorite team. The best experience when I was in New Orleans, and Kansas City is second.
Kansas City is second. I had great experiences at both of those states with you, man.
Oh yeah, see, it was a great time.
Great times, man. Definitely had to come through and show some love, man. Very important question right here. If you had one thing you could tell a high school player right now that is chasing his NFL dream, what would you tell him?
Focus on the education right now, so you're in high school, so focus on your education first. They gonna find you if you're doing your job. They gonna find you on the field, but focus on your education so you can get to a D1 school, and that's a huge advantage on getting you to the NFL. Like if you want, honestly, the chances if you had a D1 school, say the chances are like 60% that you'll get a chance, and if you had a D2 school, your chances may be 30, so it's half. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, focus on your education and get to that D1 level if you can, and if you can't, just go as hard as you can when you get to that D2 level and just shine. And they'll find you.
So speaking about you said grades and education, man. Were scouts asking you about your academics? Like, did they care about academics, man? I'm pretty sure they care about character, but the academics play a role in any decision that they've made.
Honestly, they're not gonna tell you about that because to them it's about what they want and what you're gonna do for them on the field. So this is just a little gem that I'm giving to you. Education is very important. I didn't know that in high school. Education is very important. So that's something that you really need to focus on. It's just as important as what you're doing on the field, in high school at least.
Right. They mesh together perfectly.
They mesh together, yeah.
They mesh together perfectly, man. Let me see here. We got some more questions coming in, man. What's your hype song? What's your pregame ritual song, man? What song are you listening to every game before the game?
In college, it was him, Kanye West, and what's the name that he married to Alicia Keys. Kanye Swiss Beats. Kanye West and Swiss Beats.
And Swiss Beats. Okay.
I used to, man, it put me in the vibe. I used to be so hyped when I listened to that song.
Let's see here. We got another question. Do you see any value of players playing junior varsity as freshman or sophomore?
If I feel like it's just junior varsity is just getting you ready for varsity. Like if you're on the junior varsity level, you just do your thing. so you can be ready for that varsity level, because varsity is a different level than junior varsity. So
Oh yeah.
if you're not ready for that varsity level, don't just jump up there, because that's the big boys. Like,
So
don't just do
you
that.
need to take advantage of that prerequisite. It's really a prerequisite.
Yeah, it's a confidence gainer. That's all it is. It's a confidence gainer. Use the JV as a confidence gainer. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy, build your confidence up. Because once you got, once your confidence up here, you damn near unstoppable. Just
Right.
to be honest with you, it's all confidence, man. Life is about confidence. You got the most confidence, you can be okay. But you got to know how to humble it, though. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know how to wear it too.
I got you. We got a question right here from Cam. Camos underscore 757. What is the biggest transition from college to pros?
Speed, and you on your own now, so responsibility. But that's still in college. You still got to go to class and stuff, so it's the same. But mostly on the field is speed. And you got to know how to balance your finances, because you didn't have that in college.
I was gonna ask you that, man. And how do you balance life and professional sports?
How do you balance life and professional sports? It's like a
Yeah.
9 to 5. If you haven't been there, it's the same as a 9 to 5. You got to be there. It's like an 8 to 5 actually. You got to be there by 8 o'clock, and if you late, you get fined. So you got to be there by 8 o'clock, and you in the office until 5 or 4 o'clock. So it's
Yeah.
like a 9 to 5. So it's like a real job. It's no different. You're just doing something that you love, opposed to doing something that you don't love.
Being in the NFL, man, did it prepare you? Did it give you any education, man, or any knowledge on how to go about saving your finances and looking into investments and just overall managing your funds? You know what I'm saying?
It
Building
could.
something for yourself.
It could. Me personally, I didn't take advantage of it until the later end, once I start actually using my mind and thinking about it. But it's a lot of avenues that the NFL gives you, and a lot of branches that you can take advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To manage all those things.
Man, I
So they
see
can
some
give
guys
you
go
help.
back to school.
Yeah, because they'll take advantage of that. If you wasn't able to finish, and they'll cover to like 20,000 a year for you to go back to school, or 5,000 for you to get a certificate.
Hmm.
So they really show love. Like they'll
Okay.
do what you need to do. They'll help you get back.
Okay. We got one more question here, and then I'm gonna ask the final question. Um, Stretch, what's next for you? Everybody want to know what's next for you. You gonna milk the game of football. You gonna go into coaching, giving back to the community. What you got going on?
See, that's my if factor question right there. Is should I?
Okay, let me
That's
ask.
yeah. Go
Let me
ahead.
ask. So you got everybody on this call. You got younger guys who chasing their dreams. You got people who growing to learn who you are as an athlete, who you are as a person, as a human being. You got people who are battling um, tough obstacles. You got people who fight in adversity. But we definitely don't learn about your truths. So, what would you say is your if factor?
See, this is a question I've been asking myself lately every day. What if I stopped playing football and chased? I mean, and looked at what's next. Will it be the biggest regret, or would it be
Mm,
the biggest, or like the best decision I made? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh man,
That's a question I
that's
ask
tough.
myself every day, because I don't know. Like, that's tough. Like, I'm battling those two. It's like pulling me like this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tug of
It's
war,
like
man,
a
and
war
that's
for real.
tough, man. That's tough, man, because all we know, and I tend to hear a similar answer. Um, when I ask other professional athletes, man, when I ask other pros, whether it be basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever it is, what is it that you want to do? Like, do you step away from something that you truly love and you love from the jump, or do you continue to milk it out until it's all gone?
That you can't no more. Like, I honestly cannot answer that question for you right now, but that is a question that I have in my head every day. It's just a matter of what if. That's my if factor right now.
I got you, man. I
So since
respect that.
y'all on here right now, we can talk about it.
Huh?
I don't really know. I'm talking to them.
Yeah, life after football is a hard transition. Again, man, and I could just speak on. I mean, like I ended my football career, man, off of injury. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have a clue what I was going to do next.
Yeah.
With a son on the way. You know, um, we have a question from underscore just underscore buck underscore it, my boy Buck. What advice for a small town kid would you give who was good but doesn't get the recruits, who don't get the acknowledgement?
Man, what in college or high school? Where you at?
Let's say if he in high school.
In
Yeah,
high
I want
school,
to say high
I
school.
say
Yeah, small town high
in high
school.
school, you can honestly, with all this Corona stuff going on right now, you can really send your film out to anybody because it's really no scores that you need. You don't need no GPA or no SAT, ACT score. So everything is love right now. So if you got some film and you think you like that, just send that film out. Send it to whoever you want, whatever school you want to. You can send it to 100 schools. You can send it to 50. It don't matter. They're gonna see
Right,
it.
right. And I
Like
think
you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself right now.
I think that's big right there, man. Just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Um, just doing it. Sending out that tape to 100 schools. Guess what? You got 100 schools that's looking at your tape, as opposed to not sending to any schools. You got zero eyes looking at your tape. You know, all it takes is one. You can only play for one team. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
yeah,
I would add, and I was in that situation. When I left Old Dominion, man, I was sending out my college tape and high school tape to a lot of schools. I got
right.
on the internet. I'm doing research, looking at what other schools players look like, what their linebackers look like.
Oh yeah. Somebody said go to summer camp. That is a big thing too. Camps will put you in the right level of attention.
Man,
Put you in the
that's what
right
that's
area. You just got to
that's
show
all
out.
I see kids doing nowadays, man. Going to the camps, because that's exposure right there. That's
Yeah.
exposure. You got to stay relevant, like Zay said, stay relevant. Because everything now is a marketing scheme, man. You got to market yourself. You got a brand. You got to have a brand. Um, and bro, I greatly appreciate you for having this conversation with me, for
Yes, sir.
delivering your if factor, man, on this Friday. Again, for those of you who tuned into this show tonight, I appreciate all of you. I definitely ask that you go and follow my boy Stretch here. You will see more of Seantavius, whatever he chooses to do with the remainder of his career and his life. Um, Seantavius, man, go ahead and let them know what your Instagram handles are.
My Instagram, man, I lost my Instagram. So my original Instagram is at stretch underscore did underscore that. I'm working on getting that back. So if anybody can assist me with that, I'll really appreciate that. So right now I'm using another one. It's at stretch underscore did that with no second underscore. So it's pretty similar. You should see it if it pop up if the other one pop up. But I seen one question about camps. I am thinking about doing a lot of camps here soon, but it's a lot of Corona things going on and all that. So I will get back
T'Challa.
to y'all. I'll get back to y'all and I'll let Rodney know the information on all that since my Instagram is out. Unless
Cool,
y'all
cool.
follow this one, I can do that too.
Hey, hey Cam, I don't know who next from VSU. We'll definitely look forward to getting probably K Mo on here or Jody Forston, man, or anybody.
Whoever,
It Say that again.
I said whoever the people want, who y'all want to see.
Whoever y'all want to see, hit me up. Let me know. JC, what's going on? You coming into the call? But hey, this call is gonna end in about 50 seconds. So again, y'all go ahead and follow my boy Stretch, man. Hit me up in my DMs. We gonna bring it back to y'all next Friday with another If Factor Friday show. And just stay tuned and please be back next week. Thank y'all for coming.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Thank you, bro. Hey y'all, again, thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna be here next Friday. I got another special guest. So just stay tuned and be on the lookout.